not wanting James to return to homelessness, nor my students to face life's unexpected risks. But it turns out James is not a ticking time bomb, as his optimism and kindness have gained him a lot of fans in. On Christmas, the friendly townsfolk filled a truck with blessings and gifts for him, even Coach Jones. He gifted James a shiny new radio blasting his favourite country tunes, making him unable to resist the urge to start booking down. The whole house was bubbling with satisfaction, and James' mom genuinely thanked Coach, but couldn't help but wonder why he's so committed. Coach just shrugged it off with being nice is my superpower, and said that the next day he'd be dropping off little gifts at every door to repay the town's kindness. However, mistaken for a thief, his gifts were confiscated and he was invited to the station. Luckily, the two veteran cops, fans of the team, knew James' golden heart wouldn't do anything shady. After sorting things out, the police warmly hosted James, making the trainee cop assist in finishing gift deliveries. After all the gifts and blessings were returned, Coach Jones delivered a big news to James. The principal approved his enrollment at Hannah High, but he mustn't disturb the campus ecosystem. To seize this rare opportunity, James put on his friendliest face and prepared to make more buddies. At the bus stop, his good mornings echoed, mingling with teachers in school hallways. At basketball games, he cheered from the sidelines, gradually earning everyone's love for his upbeat personality. The teachers were all drawn to his energy, and the principal even assigned him the big deal role of the school broadcaster. Good morning. Welcome everyone to the morning radio. So what topics will we be discussing today on our show? That's right, I'm about to go and enjoy my breakfast. His voice homeward bound had a magical quality, making every word lively and adding flavour to his classmates' otherwise bland lives. However, this fame drew jealous vibes, especially from Johnny, who had vented on James. He lied, saying the principal faced trouble in the girls' locker room, needing James' heroic rescue. James believed it, thinking the world was scam-free. Yet this time, his innocence took a hard hit. For a moment, James was at a loss, his inner turmoil scattering like autumn leaves in a storm, making every move feel awkward. It felt like the world lost its colour and warmth, and Coach Jones quickly found James. He was confident James' character wouldn't allow it, and there must be a conspiracy. But when the coach asked who led him into the girls' locker room, James chose silence. Even though it hurt, he still wanted to be the good guy. Even if James didn't name names, the coach knew it was Johnny pulling the strings. He marched right up to confront. Once exposed, Johnny stopped pretending, thinking the coach can't punish him since the basketball season ended. But he forgot that Coach Jones, as athletic director, had the final say on the team lineup. So, Jones immediately benched Johnny, who complained, but was met with the principal siding with the coach. Although the principal knew Johnny was the villain, James' childish behaviour worried him further. What if down the line James pulls an even bigger earth-shattering stunt? How would he explain that to the board? Coach Jones struggled to find a strategy to deal with all this turmoil. However, at that moment, calamity struck James home. His mother, fatigued, exited life stage forever. Some people come and go like shooting stars, leaving behind a trail of heartbroken memories. Fate served him plate after plate of trials, yet James held onto his kindness and gentle heart. Faced with repeated bullying from Johnny, James not only gifted his beloved radio, but wrote him a heartfelt letter too. This made Johnny feel a twinge of guilt. He wanted to apologize, but James spoke up first. At that moment, Johnny completely re-evaluated James and regretted his past actions, but luckily, James greeted him with a smile, dissolving all past unpleasantness. But Johnny's dad didn't settle for that. He was still mulling over his son's benching and reported James' scandal in the girls' locker room. He demanded James be put in foster care, which sent Coach into an immediate passionate protest. That night, Coach Jones felt deeply helpless. He could temporarily reject the neurotic parent's suggestions. But he knew correcting everyone's prejudice against James was a Herculean task ahead. At that moment, his wife's encouragement reignited his spirit. Helping others was always a plus in the energy book. Coach Jones realized he couldn't be with James forever, but at least at Hannah High he could defend his smiles. After all, those disturbed by James wouldn't easily give up. John's dad was ready to fight at tonight's meeting. They were determined to vote James out, but Coach Jones vowed to protect James' school journey at all costs. Since scheming parents worried about James, he'd resign as coach to be by his side daily. This way, he could prevent any accidental trouble, and he planned to share his thoughts openly with all the parents. Once the news of the coach's resignation broke, all the parents erupted like volcanoes, some even blaming Jonah's dad. Coach Jones anticipated this scenario long ago. He only wished to help James navigate this tough time. If you enjoyed our story, please subscribe to our channel for more exciting content coming your way.